The cupping process is the SCA, which is Specialty Coffee Association, recognised way of officially tasting coffee, and they've set it up so it's a global standard so that whoever's tasting coffee anywhere in the world, as long as they know what they're doing, they will taste the coffee in exactly the same way and come up with the same result. When we produce coffee in our roaster on a daily basis, we cup that coffee to check that it's what we're expecting it to be, but also we'll cup coffee when we first get it as a new coffee and decide whether it needs to be a blend or a single origin, and how to best roast that coffee to get the best out of the bean. We start with 8.25 grams of coffee per 150 ml of water. We'll always produce either 3 or 5 cupping bowls of each individual coffee we're cupping. We do this because if there's any defects in the coffee, if it's in one cup but not another, we'll actually determine if that defect is in the coffee. The first thing we'll do, we'll actually smell the dry aromas. What we're looking for there is either sweet or savoury, intense or subtle. So there's 4 things we're looking for in the dry aroma. After we've established that, and we're making notes as we go along, we infuse with water. Crust will form on the top of the water, and that's kind of a coffee crust. We'll leave that for 3 to 5 minutes. We will then break the crust. We'll do that with the back of a spoon, and we'll just swirl gently 3 times. We'll actually smell it at the same time, and what we're looking for there is the wet aromas. Then 8 minutes after the infusion, we will then remove the crust, and we do that with cupping spoons. We'll literally scrape the crust off the top of the coffee, or clean the cup as we like to refer to it as. When the crust is gone, we're then going to get to the tasting part of the cupping process. We're using a cupping spoon and we're slurping off the spoon. We're looking to inhale as much air as coffee at the same time. We're going to swirl the coffee around our mouths to coat every sensory element we have in our mouths, and what we're looking for is specific flavour notes, the body, the acidity, and also the aftertaste. So all of these things we will document as we find them. When we've got a new single origin that we're assessing for the first time, as we cup it, we will decide whether we're going to use that coffee as a single origin or whether we'll put it as a component of a blend. So when we create a blend for the first time, what we're going to do is we're going to start off with a table full of single origins, and we'll have an empty bowl. We'll add a spoonful of one single origin and another and another. If we're trying to match a specific profile, we'll have that in the back of our minds. We may add something that's a bit more acidic than another, or something that's a bit more chocolatey or a bit more citrusy. So kind of we'll build the blend in our hand in a cupping bowl, and we'll just cup as we go. That's how you, in essence, form a house blend.